Well, hello, one Leeds fans. This is a bit weird, but we're driving, and yeah, there's obviously someone behind the camera who you are now accustomed and will be accustomed to hearing and seeing.
Yeah, it's that 5.5 apparently.
What is?
You only called me a 5.5 on my video thumbnail. I forgot about it.
Right, can I just say, when on the thumbnail, and this is my partner by the way, guys, when I said on the thumbnail she's at 5.5, it wasn't because of that, it was because she had the shirt on, can I just clarify? And you gotta get a bit of an engagement in there.
No, you came back after having a buzz cut and you thought you'd been a big bad man, didn't you? That was
Jesus, sorry, we just stopped at a petrol station, had a bit of grub, and now somebody's got a spark of life. But yes, so anyway, I wanted to do this video because there's been a lot of chat, a lot of natter, and I wanted to set the story straight. And that's what I'm all about doing, setting the story straight. Now, there's a lot of rumours at this moment in time about Leeds United, a new midfielder. I've mentioned to you several times about a new midfielder, haven't I?
A lot of times.
A lot of times. This is what our conversation is. It's such a hustling and bustling relationship.
80% of the conversation is Conor telling me about Leeds and me taking it in, apparently.
Talking at you. So yeah, Gabriel Sara, a Norwich City player, around about probably 20 million quid. I've spoken to a couple of lads on the Norwich circuit, of which you guys know I'm very, very close with, and there is absolutely no chance, unless a massive bid comes in, that Sara will be leaving the club. Now, he's their best midfielder, got 11 goals, 11 assists in the Championship. If you want to be bringing that in, you're going to have to be spending a hell of a lot of money. Leeds have been spending 5 mil on Bogle. Jubicic, who Leeds have gone in for as well, round about 4 million euros, so not even 5 million quid, 3.3 million quid. So Leeds are looking in and around about that mark, but the Gabby Sara, from what I understand, is not happening. It's not happening whatsoever, and that's high up from the Norwich end. Unless Leeds come in with a crazy bid, which wouldn't happen because of P&S, woman behind the camera.
What does that mean?
What does it mean? I hear you ask.
No, I genuinely don't know what that means.
This is how we can elongate these videos. You're just asking me what on earth I mean. Profit and sustainability.
Oh, he's using abbreviations, trying to sound smart. That's what he's doing, guys. Profit
and sustainability. Person behind the camera. And what does that mean? I hear you cry. Well, it means that Leeds United have to be within a certain remit when it comes to transfers. So you're in, a certain bracket year by year, and Leeds are well within that right now, and they don't want to go over it. Hence the selling of young Archie Gray. Which
we like Archie Gray.
Yes, we like
Archie Gray.
But that has all had to go against profit and sustainability rules. So Leeds would not risk breaching that, because that would mean they went way over that sort of margin. So I think if Leeds are to, personally, I think if we're to get another midfielder, we'd only get a midfielder, and we'll only get a fullback if who goes behind the camera?
Not Patrick Bamford.
No, not Patrick Bamford.
It's because we were joking about it before. I can't think.
Not Patrick Bamford. Who is the most lucrative? I don't know. I sound like Donald Trump here. Who is the most lucrative player that Leeds could let go of now? Person behind the camera.
Oh, we've had this discussion loads of times, and I've pretended to listen so many times as well.
Yep. I'll give you a clue. Not Willie Gnonto.
Oh, I was going to say Willie Gnonto as well.
No. The one on the other side who's very, very good. Championship Player of the Year.
What's it rhyme with? Summerville! Oh, we like Summerville, don't we?
We do like Summerville, yes.
I like Summerville. I remember Summerville. Yeah, we talk about Summerville all the time.
Yes, we do. We got for dinner, we speak about Summerville. Actually, it's our anniversary on Friday, but we're going to be speaking about Summerville. So yeah, I reckon if he went for 40 million quid, but on the West Ham side of things right now, they're moving for another target apparently. Everton have moved for another target, which has put a little bit of problem setting behind them going for Willie Gnonto. Alan Myers, who's very, very good on the Everton circuit, has said that apparently Everton want to do it in 4 instalments, and Leeds will not do it in 4 instalments when it comes to Willie Gnonto. Interesting from that side of things. West Ham apparently are looking to move on as well because they won't meet Leeds' valuation. So it's all very, very dependent on what happens in terms of maybe a Liverpool and even one of the top clubs in England looking at a Crysencio Summerville, and I just don't think we want that.
Is that his first name?
What?
Crysencio?
Yeah.
That's a really cool name.
Yeah.
What a name. Love it.
Yeah.
That's why we like him.
Yeah, Crescencio Summerville. So yeah, we don't want him leaving. We don't want. How long have we been rabbiting on for? How many minutes have we got on?
5.
Only 5. Okay. So it was interesting yesterday when I was watching the game because you could see Leeds definitely go into a 3-4-3, but in build-up, Willie Gnonto and Summerville in that system would be really, really critical. Willie Gnonto was unbelievable yesterday. Rutter was just so good. You could definitely deploy him on the right, and if you put Gnonto on the left, that could definitely compensate Summerville if he was to move on in terms of goals. But I think Leeds would then have to do something through the middle. They've still got Perot, which helps in that number 10. Matteo Joseph, we like Matteo Joseph, don't we?
Yeah, we definitely do.
Yeah. What are your favourite things about Matteo Joseph?
Just really how he is with the ball.
Yes.
Really, yeah. The way he moves that ball around the pitch.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
The way he moves that ball, quite sensational. So yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting last couple of weeks. But obviously, Leeds have got Valencia. I think that's going to be the game of which you see Leeds' full-fledged starting 11. Because what happens, woman behind the camera, is does that sound sexist? I don't think it does. Does it?
No. It's
That's
just,
how I said it.
yeah.
Then. But yeah, basically, Leeds will put out a different side through friendlies. You know, Summerville wasn't playing the other day, but they'll put different friendlies out for certain friendlies. But then the last friendly,
That's when they bring the.
that's when they bring the big guns out. So right now, what we've seen is Matteo Joseph, of which we want him to start over blonde hair, buzz cut.
Patrick Bamford.
Correct. We want him to start over him. Has been playing for 3 successive friendlies. So you would expect him to be starting against Valencia, which would be, I mean, he scored, I think it's 3 goals, got an assist. He's looking good. Camera woman.
What I really want to know is this the season I'm going to learn about football properly?
I think so. And you know, the beauty of you being behind the camera or even on camera is people, you know, get to know a little bit of who's in my life, but also it's going to be a year of progression. And I would say your football knowledge is very similar to someone else we have on the channel.
Maybe you should.
Who do you think? Do you want to throw that person under the bus?
No, I generally don't know who you mean.
Gabe.
Gabe,
Yeah,
honestly,
you
Gabe.
very very similar ball knowledge to Gabe. Gabe will be highly upset by that. But then if Gabe is upset by that, he's maybe underestimating how much you actually know about
I think
football.
at the end of the season you should do a quiz where you ask me a load of Leeds questions from the season.
Or questions on towns in this country, of which Gabe seems to think he's like the professor of, which is a bit weird, but there we go. So yeah, what else have we got to talk about on the circuit today? Yeah, West Ham's interest in Summerville. I think that'll wane a little bit. I think you're going to see West Ham moving on a little bit to another target, a cheaper target. They're not going to spend all that money, in my opinion, 40 million plus, on an unproven, which he is right now at the top level, crisis in Summerville. Willie Gnonto, don't want him to go, camera woman. We don't want him to go.
No, we don't want him to go.
No.
Even I know that.
Yeah.
I don't want him to go.
So we don't want him to go. Who would you say is the better player as well? Would you say Dan James or Willie Gnonto?
Willie Gnonto, because he's been injured for was it like 2/3 of the season last time or something? So he can't really tell what his full potential was, could you really? Because when he did play, he was great.
Guys, for a woman who doesn't know a lot about football, that's pretty good. I'm training her well. So yeah, we don't want him to go. So yeah, anyway, we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I don't think bids are going to come in for Melee. I don't think bids are going to come in for Peru. Some of you guys are wanting Peru out the door. That's never going to happen. I think he's had a pretty good pre-season as well, potentially in the number 10. Systems have varied a little bit, but the 3-4-3 going forward is going to massively aid Rutter on that right. I think obviously even when Summerville and Gnonto come in, it's going to help them in build-up. Joseph looks like he's absolutely firing. It's all looking good, isn't it?
It looks great.
It's all looking gravy. Before we end the video, how many minutes are we on?
9 minutes.
9 minutes. Okay. Who's gonna finish in the top 2 of the championship?
Leeds, obviously.
Okay. Leeds gonna win it, or?
I think they could, because they're stronger this season, aren't they? I think compared to last season.
And who else do you think is gonna finish in the top 2?
Definitely not Oxford.
Definitely not Oxford. Well, I think that's a good place to end it, to be honest with you. Guys, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. If you like some of these daft videos, let me know in the comment section below. We'll see you in a bit.
Bye.
Cheers.